be sure. Tell me why like Monday. Tell me why.
I'm a cynic, not a skeptic.
Your pattern throughout your career, from an observer like me, dictates the things that you do. You can't be skeptical.
I think you can't be anything but skeptical. I think you should always ask why. Never accept anything as a given. Never, ever. You know, particularly if it's handed down from on why. You know, thou shalt not put false gods before me. Why? You know, or don't do that. Why? I need a reason, and it needs to make coherent sense for me to go along with it. I'm Irish. What can I tell you?
You can say that, though, I think, but also approach certain events with a thread of optimism. You wouldn't have done Live Aid if you didn't think it would make a difference.
Oh, optimism doesn't come into it. It's a case of pragmatism. You know, here is an objective problem that is intellectually absurd. It's intellectually absurd that people die of want in a world of surplus. That is, whether you're left or right of the political spectrum, that's absurd. Can we agree? Yes, it is. Being absurd, and then people are dying because of this absurdity, that's a moral outrage. So if it's intellectually absurd that people die of want in a world of surplus, there's something wrong with the system. It's a systemic problem. So you can alter the system. You can definitely change a system. So it's pragmatic. You know, if you want the motors that operate in me, it's irritability, irascibility, a certain amount of anger and frustration, and something that I sort of see. I think that's unfair. Yeah, that's not right. That's unfair. It doesn't have to be like that. That's bullshit. You know, you can switch that. So that's what it is. It's practical. I don't have an apocalyptic view of life at all. I mean, I'm mad for being alive. I don't fear death. I think the only thing I need to happen is that when I die, and like everyone else, I hope it's not into decrepitude and senility, or it's a dragged out thing. It's just, and I kind of, in some ways, it's not apocalyptic. I don't fear it because I kind of a bit look forward to the oblivion that follows, blessed oblivion, rest at last, you know. That's, I think, because I'm melancholic by disposition.
Because you're Irish.
Yeah, probably, actually. That's a good point. And the key to that melancholy is boredom. And I fear that melancholy because it's a kind of depressive state. It isn't down there, but it's... And so to stop boredom, I keep frenetically busy, frantically busy, and it's at this. And so that's why I probably welcome the end, final rest sort of thing. But I don't think it's apocalyptic, not at all. You don't have to be apocalyptic to see apocalypse now, everywhere, all the time. I mean, especially today, right, in this world, this tenuous world we're living in at the moment. So that's not a difficult thing, but neither am I pessimistic about it. People are cool. I mean, I know that's a hippie sort of thing, but by and large, wherever you go, people are all right. They pull back in general, you know. Very few actually go to the edge and then jump off. Very few. That's not in our nature, I don't think.
The legged is there, never gives up for dead when the skies of November turn gloomy.
The long list of people that have covered your songs over the years: Dylan, Elvis, Sarah McLachlan, Jane's Addiction was one that surprised me. Is there a hallmark to a Lightfoot composition, do you think?
I don't know. They like it. They think it'll work, you know. Most of it has. Some of it didn't, but most of what I've heard worked pretty well. I was happy that they did it, actually. If the truth be known, I'm actually quite happy when I do get covers on songs. It makes me very happy.
In the liner notes, a very funny statement. There's nothing like the Grim Reaper to put things in perspective. I chuckled when I read that. The other thing is, your songs have always had perspective, though.
The Grim Reaper idea didn't change me at all. I'm just exactly the same as I was before I got sick. You know, I'm the same now as I was then. It didn't change anything. You're just gonna keep moving. That's the secret, you know. Keep moving.